It's Week 8 of the 2022 season, and EA Sports brings you the game of the week. It's the Ravens and the Browns, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 1999, there's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin alongside my partner, Charles Davis. CD, you're an old-school guy, and I know you've got to love our matchup here. Two teams that get after it the old-fashioned way, on the ground.
I love it. You know I love that type of football. You've known me for a while now. We've got the #1 and #2 rushing offense in the entire NFL matching up. Now, don't be fooled. Both of these teams can and will throw the ball in this one. They certainly love playing that game of field position, working between the tackles, chewing up time of possession. And they've each got a main man who's among the best in the league at toting the rock.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And we both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 94 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's #9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking into 3rd and 3. They go play action with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Oh, that's a big let-off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. He was able to topple the 200-yard mark and a rushing touchdown for good measure.
And what I found surprising, all those yards he accumulated, only found the end zone one
just
time.
once.
That doesn't even seem fair, does it?
But still, the 200-yard mark, something he can always carry in his back pocket.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Jackson now. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 17-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Jackson's throw there complete to Ruggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who could run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal. No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 7.
Mayfield on play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Take it at the 37. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry.
And he's brought down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play fake. Mayfield.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
CD
for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Browns drive about to get started. Following the interception, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the visiting Broncos who were able to come in and get the road victory. Javonte Williams, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jared Goff A strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. And then on Monday night, folks, you are in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Browns, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now here's a throw that's complete. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd and 9.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Again, he's got that man Landry.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
A throw over the middle, taken in.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Rashad Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take the opening kickoff in the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Jackson got his connection complete to Ruggs. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. That's going to be brought in by Higgins.
They locked in man coverage out left and end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
59 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Hunt.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you. Look.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception, maybe the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front.
Touchdown! It's complete. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people getting to the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Jackson from the shotgun.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
To throw again is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8 at the Browns' 20-yard line.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 14. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Another run here with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise...
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom.
And they'll start out with great field position at the... Seven-yard line in enemy territory.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year.